Let's unbox the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords Master Edition by Limited Run Games.
Varykino. If it's Star Wars, we collect it.
Hello there, thanks for visiting Varykino. I'm really excited about this really big box featuring Darth Nihilus. I just opened up a Darth Revan Vintage Collection action figure yesterday. It really got me in the mood to continue the fun of Knights of the Old Republic, and I have this Master Edition box set by Limited Run Games from the second game in that series. This one did come out a little while ago. It took a little bit of a long time to arrive here in New Zealand, and I've had this one stored away because there are lots of little elements in here. I want to make sure that I've got a nice, safe display space for all of the elements in here. Spent a bit of time clearing some space, and now I can open up and get all of these elements out. And I'm really, really excited. I love the Knights of the Old Republic games. I bought the Masters Edition for the first game, so of course I had to get the matching Master Edition for the second game as well. I love Darth Nihilus, so I'm really excited to open this one up finally. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Coming up really soon, I'll take a closer look at all of the goodies inside this box. But first, let's take one last look at this really neat packaging. Normally I go straight in and check out all of the panels on the box, but you can see there is a layer of clear plastic, and so I'm just going to quickly take this one off. It's a bit reflective, and I think we'll be able to see the box a lot better once I've got it off. So let's just get this off, because I think it's really obscuring this gorgeous art over this box, because oh, that Darth Nihilus mask is just so iconic. I love the fact that it's featured so prominently on this box. There, that looks cool. Okay, so now this is the front cover. We can see we've got Darth Nihilus with a red lightsaber. We have the Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords logo here, and we have the modern era Lucasfilm Games logo here. Of course, we have Lucasfilm Games rather than the old school LucasArts that was around when this game was first released. So let's look at all the sides. We've got the logo here again on the side, and down here on the underside we have Limited Run. This box is very heavy. On the back we've got some cool graphics that remind me of some of the packaging from the original game, and it says here, this time your choices affect everyone around you. And there's a little bit of a blurb for the original game. It is a time of darkness, 5 years after the events of the award-winning KOTOR, of course that stands for Knights of the Old Republic. The Sith Lords have hunted the Jedi Order to the edge of extinction, and a lone Jedi Knight remains, you. As you struggle to reconnect with the Force, your decisions will lead you to the light or dark side and will affect everyone around you. The fate of the galaxy rests in your hands. And then we've got one of the major characters in the game, and then of course we've got a few scenes from the game here. And because of course this is the Master Edition, we have Master Edition here and a list of all of the items in the box, which you can sort of read there. This box is very heavy, so I'm just going to quickly read through them. It says, there is a physical copy of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords for PC, T3M4 USB drive, premium foil stamped Darth Nihilus box, G0T0 enamel pin, galactic credit commemorative coin, 6 character concept art cards, Korriban concept art lithograph, reversible 18-inch by 24-inch poster, certificate of authenticity, premium foil hardcover strategy guide, Darth Nihilus miniature hilt replica, pazaak playing mat, and the Player 2 pazaak set. Because of course the first Knights of the Old Republic Master Edition came with one pazaak set, but if you want to play together you're going to need a second one, so this one has the Player 2. And we've got the symbols here of the companies involved in this one. We have Lucasfilm Games, Obsidian, which was the company that made the original KOTOR II, Aspire, and Limited Run that did this particular Master Edition release there. On the other side, just the same as that other side here, we have the Knights of the Old Republic 2 logo and the Limited Run logo all the way down there at the bottom. On the top, we have a little bit more of the original sort of game packaging graphics here with the sort of grey sort of mechanical details around the border here and the original logo there, and you can see it says Master Edition there. And all the way on the underside just a plain barcode there. So this box is really heavy. It's actually really hard to move around. So of course it does mention that there is like a special Darth Nihilus box. That is not this box. There is one inside there as well. So this is just the outer packaging, but honestly this is just so cool. I'm definitely going to put this box as part of my display. I love this artwork. It just looks absolutely, I really like the way that they kept it really clean, not too much of the graphics. That's all on the back. It just looks absolutely fantastic. So that is the box. Let's get in and open it up. So if this is anything like the other box, I'm going to have to open it from the top flap because everything is really well packaged inside. So there are the contents. We've got a very big book. I can see a fancy box and a lot of other goodies packed in this inner section here. So I'm just going to put this very heavy box. It's always exciting when something just is so heavy to hold. Okay, this is a huge book. So this is the Master Edition Strategy Guide. This is a big hardcover book that is completely shrink wrap, and we can see that we have Jedi Atris there on the cover, and we have Nihilus here on the back. I'll go through everything a little bit better once I've got everything out of the box. Just want to unpack everything in here. Okay, so that's just packaging cardboard holding things in here. Let's check out this. Lots of cardboard to make sure everything's kept in a safe place. Okay, so we had, I think that envelope was supposed to be around this Korriban lithograph. That's really nice. And I can see we've got some cards packed in here. So this is the pazaak deck. Again, shrink wrapped. We'll open that one up shortly. And oh, we've got a little lightsaber in here. This is pretty cool. Okay, it's tucked in there very well. Okay, so we've got a little plastic bag with a metal lightsaber hilt mini replica in there. That's really cool. Of course, they had to put a Lucasfilm stamp on the little plastic bag there. And then in this, I believe this is the playing mat for pazaak. Let me just get this cardboard out of the way. I was expecting, to be honest, I was expecting like cardboard, like, you know, sort of like a big sort of poster that you fold out. This is like a whole sort of neoprene sort of mouse pad, but this is huge. This is folded up. You can see it's got Knights of the Old Republic on it, and then it's got like a how to play section printed here. It's got the main deck. This is incredible. Wow, that's going to be so much fun. I've now got 2 pazaak decks and the ability to play them. That's really cool. Okay, and so in here, the very last item of the main components we've got is the Nihilus sort of metallic foil box there. So I really like the stylized graphic here of his iconic mask there. And we've got Knights of the Old Republic Sith Lords logo there at the top. Logos there, and we've got the limited run and Lucasfilm Games, and we've got the opening crawl blurb there across the back. This again is shrink wrapped. We'll go through and open up everything, take a better look at all of it, but oh my gosh, because I'm expecting there's a few other small things. I'm expecting them to be inside this box along with the actual physical copy of the game. I do still have my original KOTOR II PC game that I played many times. I have to be honest, I didn't play it quite as much as the original game, but I still love it. I'm kind of wanting to go back and play it again after opening up these things. But yes, let's get the box out of the way so we can go over all of these amazing items inside. So the first one that I really want to get the shrink wrap off and open up is this foil box, which contains the physical copy. So we've still got all of the clear plastic wrapped around it. I don't like using scissors around neat boxes, so I am going to try and get this off with my fingernails first before I have to sort of use scissors, because I really don't want to damage the box. Let's see if I can open this up. Got a bit of an edge going here. Yes. I get anxious using sharp implements around things that I do want to keep in good condition. There we go. Okay. So let's see if I can get this fully off in one go. This is exciting. This is such a fantastic box. Okay, so there we go. Now we've got all that clear plastic off. We can get a better view of it. So it is a top lid box. I'm hoping I can get this out without too much trouble. Get that lower lid coming off here, because it is a little bit tricky sometimes, especially when they're like brand new. So let's see if I can get this open. We can see some of the text on that inner part there. We've got something that's slipped in here. Okay, so we've got a tray tab there. Okay, so that's the lid. We've just got plain black on the inside, and here we can see the inside parts. We have here the certificate of authenticity. We can see this one says the limited collector's edition, because if you bought just the limited collector's edition, you got this. If you bought the master's edition, you got all of those other pieces inside that outer box, including like the playing mat, the cards, all of those sorts of things. So that's why this one says limited collector's edition there. Edition number 461 out of 1775. This is the PC version. They did do a few versions for consoles as well. Fantastic. This is like that really neat texture. You can kind of see it there. And again, we've got Darth Nihilus there, plain white on the back. That's really cool. Okay, so here we can see we have our physical copy of the game, which is fun in the sort of old CD case there. Limited run Lucasfilm games, and we have some graphics there on the back. Again, that fantastic artwork of Darth Nihilus and Atris, and some images from the game there. That's really cool. Okay, I'm probably not going to play this version of the game. I'm probably going to keep this particular item shrink wrapped and sort of in a collectible nature. We also have the game booklet that would come with that as well. I love the fact that it's still got the same sort of graphics as the original booklets there. Lots of sort of how-to on how to play the game. And of course, we've got some other goodies in here. So let's get some of these out. Wow. So we've got Darth Sion in there as well. So I believe this is a set of cards. So I'm just going to pop that to the side, and we'll get out all of the other pieces in here. This is what I meant by having lots of little small things inside these boxes. And I want to get them on display. So we've got little bits of cardboard here. So we've got this really cool coin. Looks like a credit coin there. Of course, the Star Wars credit symbol kind of looks like a 7. Really cool. And we've got some Aurebesh around the outside. That's a lot of text. I'm not going to be able to translate on that on the fly, so I will probably look that up and translate that in a little bit. And then on the other side, we've got just the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords. Of course, it's stamped with the little Lucasfilm copyright thing there. Nice that it comes in its own little collector sleeve there as well. And we've got a pin here. G0, T0, I believe that's one. That's kind of cute. Little pin with 2 backings there. And a Ziploc bag. I'm probably not going to wear it. I'm probably going to keep that for collectible reasons. And we've got, oh, this is kind of a bit of a bigger one. How am I going to get this one out? Okay, here we go. Oh, look, it's the head of T3M4 as a USB drive. Okay, I'm going to open this one up straight away. I need to see this. This is so cute. I love the style of astromech droids in the Old Republic. Oh, look at that. That is so cute. It's kind of that sort of rubbery surface texture with the eye. And we've got the Lucasfilm underneath, and this looks like the join. Oh, there we go. USB. That's so fun. Of course, you use your droids to kind of slice through doors and things like that in the game, so it makes total sense that we've got him there. That's so cute. Oh, that's that's a little fun memento. Probably won't be my everyday USB, but that's really cute. Okay, and then underneath everything else, we've got the poster. Of course, this is going to be very big. I'm just going to take a quick look at the graphic on the poster. It's probably going to be something like, you know, poster art. Oh, wow. That's fantastic. It's always a little bit of a shame that you get folded posters. They don't look quite the same when you sort of get them framed or laminated, but that's just fantastic. That's really big. And then on the other side, we've got, what is this? This looks like concept art. Wow, it has just copyright information down the bottom. Wow, that is huge and really cool. But my favorite side is that poster. One will make the choice, all will make the journey. It reads across the bottom, and then it's got starring Jedi Exile, Kreia, Atton Rand, Darth Sion, and Darth Nihilus. Sort of like movie poster credits down there at the bottom. If I can just quickly get this all the way out, I will take better pictures of everything. That is a huge poster. That's really cool. I love just the art from this game. Oh, I tried to collect as much as I could. I even bought like gamer magazines just that they had like, you know, pictures or pull out posters from the game. Okay, so I'm going to open up the little postcard sort of character art. This feels like quite sturdy cardboard. This is nice. Okay. I don't like getting the little grippy glue part near the front surface. I'm going to fold that back and pull these out. Okay, so we have Darth Sion. Oh, that's cool. I love that one. And then we've got Atton Rand. Clearly I need to refresh my memory on some of these characters. We've got Atris. I love her. And then we have Visas Mar. And we have, I think that's the Queen. That looks really cool. And of course the Sion again. So fantastic character art from, of course, many of these are sort of companions that you can get in the game. Others are ones that you meet along the way. That's fantastic. Okay, so lots of goodies there. Of course, we got the certificate, we got the character art, we got the physical copy of the game. We've got the poster, we've got the pin, the coin, and the USB stick. That was in the limited collector's edition. Now I'm going to grab the things that came in the larger set for the Masters edition that I think really makes this just the coolest thing for any KOTOR II fan. Taking a closer look at the items included in the Master Edition, I'm going to start out with the lightsaber. This is Darth Nihilis's lightsaber from the game. This feels like full proper metal. It's in this very rustly clear plastic bag with a copyright LFL sticker on it. That makes me think that perhaps the actual lightsaber doesn't have anything etched on it, which is usually the case with a licensed item. We can see the emitter in there. I like the rounded shapes on this. It doesn't come with a stand or anything, so it's sadly just going to be sort of sitting there. Maybe I'll make something for it to sort of rest on for display. I love the brilliant silver finish, and this is heavy. This is like metal. I know it's small, so it's not going to be weighing like the full metal of, you know, 1-to-1 scale lightsaber, but sadly a lot of the video game and expanded universe lightsabers from the olden days didn't get made into licensed replicas, so it's really fun to see Darth Nihilis's lightsaber held in a licensed replica form, even though it's very small. Of course, it would be a much bigger and much more expensive box set if this was a full-size hilt, so I still like this. This is really cool to see in person. Next up, we have the Korriban lithograph. This is on that really nice sort of thicker cardstock paper. We've got a lovely widescreen shot there of Korriban, which is fantastic. We visit Korriban a lot in the Knights of the Old Republic games and is one of the starting planets in Star Wars The Old Republic, the MMORPG game. So I'm very familiar with the landscape, the colors. This is fantastic. And we can see there it has in very small text. It reads Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords concept art, Korriban, Valley of the Dark Lords. It's very small text there at the bottom. This is fantastic. I want to get this framed. This is really cool. Next up, one of the items that really caught me by surprise, and this might be one of my most favorite things from this box. We can see it is branded Star Wars Knights of the Republic 2, the Sith Lords, and this is the pazaak game mat. I honestly thought this was going to be just paper, like a poster that I fold out. I was not expecting it to be this big and heavy. We can see that it's like that mouse mat material, sort of neoprene there with a full printed surface. It's got a textured back. I just gotta open this. This is so cool. So gotta find the opening end. I think we've got it here because I love, oh no, just gonna open it. There we go. It's kind of a thin packet. So let's get that out and away. And let's unfold this. This is huge. Okay, let's get it up the right way as well. So this is, oh, wow. Okay. So we've got here, we've got pazaak, we've just got a little bit of dust there. We've got side deck over here. We've got a grid of 9 cards. We've got some fun graphics. We've got main deck, another 9. Side deck written over here, and we have instructions on how to play written up here. which this is so fun. So it has been folded, so it's going to just take a little bit of time to sort of flatten it out. But you can see this is so big, it doesn't even fit on screen very well. I'll have to measure this. This is really big. This feels a similar size to some of the playing mats that came out with the Star Wars Unlimited card game. I'd have to compare the two. That kind of feels like that would be about the same size. It doesn't have sort of like overlocking or sort of a stitched edging, so I will be careful with the edge. You can kind of see just there where it's been sort of folded here at the corners. You can kind of see how you could potentially, if you're not careful with it, wear the edges. But this is just fantastic. I love pazaak in the game. It's really fun to see actually sort of license things. Obviously, pazaak, as the other sort of Star Wars card game, gets a lot more attention, a lot more merchandise. So it's really fun to see the Old Republic version getting a little bit of love with some licensed merchandise. I kind of wish that this and the cards were available to purchase separately so fans could get their hands on this. But nevertheless, I was really excited to see this included in the limited run Masters Edition. So I'm really happy that I have the Masters Edition version, if only for this alone. This is really cool. And of course, with pazaak, we need some cards. So we have here a deck of cards. We can see they're labeled pazaak. We've got the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic logo there on the top and on the sides. This is really cool. So again, I'm going to see if I can get this shrink wrap plastic off just by my hands. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go in with some scissors here as well. I don't want to damage this pack, but they do seal these things up pretty well. Oh, no, there's a small little scratch here. Okay, yep. Oh, there was a line there that let us easily open that. That's great. Okay, so let's get this all off. If I can get this extra little bit off, I can actually just open the pack up here from the top. Okay, let's get that in. Opening carefully. Okay, so now we can get in with the cards. So we've got a really nice texture to these cards. You can see the designs there on the front with all the different numbers there. We've got the minuses ones, the negative numbers. We've got the big bonus ones there. Fantastic. And then on the other side, we have sort of a wood grain effect here with Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lords, and the Lucasfilm stamp there. Got to count how many cards there are in total, but I would assume pretty similar to a standard deck of cards because of just the size of the pack there. So that's really cool. I do have a deck from the first set, so now I have two, which is just fantastic. Player 1 and Player 2. Great. I can't wait to play a game with a family member with my new deck of cards and my playing mat. I'm just going to take this plastic slip there off there, and then I'll have that all set up and ready to play. And last but not least, we have this immense hardcover Master Edition strategy guide. We can see that we've even got a metallic foil image there of the logo there, and we've got these corners here. The spine there as well has the logo, Lucasfilm Games limited run there on the spine there as well, and that fantastic image of Nihilus there on the back. So you can see it's all sealed in shrink wrap. I am going to try and take this off. Just going to see if I can find an edge here. Probably going to have to finally get my scissors out. I don't like using scissors, but there we go. Finally got in. Okay. So let's get this open. I really want to see what the design of the pages is like inside. So back in the day, I did my best to try and finish the games completely by myself without looking anything up. But of course, it's been years. I'm kind of curious to see what some of the more recommended, steps and solutions are. This is a lovely kind of satin finish. You can see that gold just looks fantastic there. I love the artwork on the covers there. Just fantastic. Okay, so we've got a really cool repeating print kind of the Star Forge symbol in there. Oh my gosh, this is like full color. It's brand new, so the pages are kind of, creaking a little bit there. This is, wow, this is a lot. It's like a full detailed walkthrough of everything. I know you could get guides like this back in the day, so I don't own any of the other guides for these games, so I don't know if these have been printed elsewhere. But there you go. That is absolutely fantastic. I love how bright and colorful it was. I wasn't sure if it was going to be sort of black and white, sort of a little bit more basic, but this is absolutely fantastic, full of all sorts of tips and things like that. So if you're not too familiar with the game and you want to play it for more like story, this is kind of fun. You can see we've got all of the sort of characters here, the Jedi companions, Thesis Mar there, lots of sort of overview there, classes, Jedi Disciple there, a Mandalore Soldier, HK-47. There's the droid that we have there as the pin, G0, T0, Expert Droid there. We can see all of that there. The Handmaidens, of course. Beodur, my brain couldn't remember his name. There we go, Beodur. I thought his customizations in the game were really quite fun. Different Zabrak customizations there. Atin Rand, Kreia, T3M4. Just fantastic. And then you can see that is the table of contents there with all of the, just so much information there. The official game guide, you can see all of the credits there. That is a fantastic book. I just kind of want to read through it just to go over all of the kind of the interesting lore and planets. You can see we've got all of the different weapons, the different lightsaber crystals in here. It was so fun having more than just blue and green. We had yellow ones there, orange, violet in the game. So fun. Oh, that's just so much information there. All the equipment that you can find in the game. This is just absolutely fantastic. If you're a fan of the game, oh my gosh, I just want to read it like a book. And then we've got that same repeating print from the front there. We have it in blue and here we have it in red. What a fantastic resource. Absolutely just amazing if you are a fan of this video game. Okay, so those are all the individual components. Let's get them all together. So here is a spread of all of the things that were contained inside that amazing red Darth Nihilus outer box. I couldn't fit the box in it here. So reading through the back of the box, we have the physical copy up here with the booklet for the PC. And then we have the T3M4 USB drive. We have the foil stamped Darth Nihilus box that contained the selected items for the limited edition, like we have for the certificate there. And then of course we have those extra items. We have the Galactic Credit commemorative coin here. I've got it out of its sleeve so we can see the finish there. That's really cool. Next up we have the character concept art cards there, the Korriban lithograph there as well. We have that giant poster. That one measures 18 by 24 inches, so really big. Of course we have the certificate of authenticity. We have this immense hardcover strategy guide. Honestly, I'm going to spend ages reading through this. That is so very cool. And then we have the Darth Nihilus replica miniature hilt. And then of course underneath everything you can kind of see we have that pazaak playing mat made out of neoprene. It is big. That is fantastic. And we have the Player 2 pazaak deck. And of course we also have the little droid pin there, the G0 T0 there as well. So much stuff. And like I mentioned right at the start, once you get everything packed out of the boxes, you're left with a lot of little things, and I wanted to make sure that I had safe display space because a number of the items are paper and I didn't just want to have them rattling around in a box. So I'm going to have a time to go and put all of this on display. I've got a sort of a growing collection of Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2 merchandise. I was so happy that we have things like this nowadays. Back when the games originally came out, there was just really no merchandise for video games. You know, like I said, I would buy video game magazines to get the sort of pull out and keep posters because that was all you could really get. Nowadays, we've got action figures and we've got amazing items like this. So younger me is really happy to see all of this amazing merchandise for a video game that I spent many hours playing. I didn't play this one quite as much as the first one, but I love the characters. It really takes me back I spent a lot of hours playing this game, and it's just really, really fun. And of course, some of those highlights are having pazaak playing cards. That was such a fun element to the game. It's really fun to see this sort of thing in reality, and just fun little things like little miniature lightsaber hilts. Absolutely fantastic. This wasn't the cheapest, of course. This is a limited edition, master edition, a little bit more expensive because it came with everything. But honestly, for this KOTOR fan, this was absolutely worth it and worth the wait. I absolutely love it. And I love that there is this much merchandise for one of my favorite Star Wars games. So now I can really sit down, read through the book, put the poster up somewhere, take a closer look at all of these details, and start playing some pazaak with my family. I can't wait. So there you go. That was all of the exciting contents tucked away inside the Master Edition by Limited Run Games for Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords. This is the PC edition. I'm in such a mood to go back and play through the two games. Of course, I still play Star Wars The Old Republic, SWTOR. I still play that every day. I love this time period. I just love seeing this much merchandise from the Old Republic. I'm so happy to have this in my collection. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today as I opened up a fantastic treasure trove of Star Wars collectibles and had a lot of fun going through everything. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are in the galaxy, and let's hang out again very soon for more Star Wars fun. May the Force be with you. If you're a Knights of the Old Republic fan, I've also unboxed the limited run Master Edition for the first game. That video is linked here in case you haven't already seen it, as well as our whole Star Wars collectibles playlist. This is the way.